You are about to embark on a show about 4 people who find themselves thrust into the backstories of pulp culture history. Join Christopher DeVos, J.L. Trost, Laura DeVos, and Sabrina Pierre as they poorly impersonate celebrities, drink a lot of beer, and answer very hard trivia questions. You are now listening to Podcast 42.
Guys! Girls!
No Motley Crue.
But I like Motley Crue.
Even when Chris is singing their songs?
He actually sounds better than Vince Neil does right now. I mean, if you can believe that.
I can. He sounds terrible and looks even worse than he sounds.
The rock and roll lifestyle is definitely taking a toll on his body.
Well, regardless, we don't need Chris singing every episode.
And why not? Everyone else gets a reoccurring segment or running gag, so why can't singing be mine?
It just feels like the same old situation.
'Cause it's the same old situation.
See what I mean?
Guys!
Stop encouraging him, Sabrina!
I'm not! I just have something that I have to tell all of you!
Okay, so tell us.
Guys!
Just spit it out!
Sorry, I'm just really excited by this!
So what is it?
I just got us a Groupon to go to the gym!
Another Groupon?
Yeah?
And for a gym? Why would you get us a Groupon for a gym?
Well, since quarantine started, I know that we haven't been able to get out as much, and some of us have definitely put on some of that quarantine weight.
Speak for yourself. I spend 3 to 4 hours running around a wrestling ring. I definitely haven't put on any quarantine weight.
No, you haven't, but you definitely don't look like someone that I would listen to in a ring. Maybe the gym will help you tone up and help you look like you actually belong there.
Ah, shots fired.
Just think about how much better you would look as you get beat up in the ring.
Well, when you put it that way... Wait a minute.
I think this could be a good team builder for us.
How would this be a good team builder for us?
It will help the rest of you to become just as huge on the internet as I am.
Why did I ask?
You should have never said it. You should have never said it. You know, we will never let you live it down.
Hopefully you'll learn to read because there's only 32 pages now.
I've done nothing but read all week. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm learning that one the hard way.
You're going to learn, all right. The Groupon even includes a personal trainer while we are there.
Great. Someone to yell at us about how out of shape we are, trying to motivate us to do better, when at the end of the day, I'm just going to go to the all-you-can-eat chicken wing place up the road.
Can we get chicken wings after we work out? It can be a treat for all the hard work that we put in while we're at the gym.
Doesn't that seem counterproductive?
About as counterproductive as me drinking beer at the end of a marathon.
That's my point.
What? For me to go thirsty after a race or go hungry after a good workout at the gym?
Neither.
Good. Then let's open the beer cooler and have a drink before we leave.
JL Beer Cooler, it's cooler than you think. JL Beer Cooler, it's cool enough to drink. It's cool enough to drink, yeah.
Well, what's in the beer cooler?
Today, it's from Lead Dog Brewing. It is their New England style double IPA.
Yay.
Conan's Wrath.
Seems fitting.
Conan. So excited we're doing this episode on Jason Momoa.
No.
He was Conan.
I know, and I actually own that movie.
It's a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
What?
Well, I was a little afraid because I do like Jason Momoa. And then the Conan property is, it's one of Arnold's better movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little outdated now. If you go watch it now, you're like, huh, what?
What? I love when James Earl Jones turns into the snake.
But it at the time, it held up really well. So I was a little nervous to watch it. But the label gets a 6.
Good label.
This first couple sips here is not as bad as I thought it might be, so we'll see what happens at the end. Speaking of the end, we will rate the beer at the very end of the show. The rating's based on a 6-pack, 1 being the worst, 6 being the best. This makes sense to everybody in the world except Laura. I was just seeing if you're awake. just seeing if you had fallen asleep on me, that's all. Makes sense to everybody in the world,
Seriously?
but one lone Canadian in Kissimmee.
I'm not even Canadian.
Canada.
Now that you had your beer, can we go use this Groupon before it expires?
When does it expire?
At the end of the day.
When did you get it?
Last year, I got it so I could go get into podcast shape.
What is podcast shape?
Huge on the internet.
Just so you know, you've now mentioned it more than I have.
I can't hear you.
Can't or won't.
I'll drive.
No. You know that I do the driving because of my motion sickness and all?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
How? I reference it in almost every script.
I guess your scripts aren't that memorable.
Harsh, Sabrina.
Well, let's go before I change my mind.
Vroom.
That is really the actual effect he's using, too.
So he doesn't have to splice anything in.
Yep.
I thought I was the Foley artist.
No, I haven't made that joke in a while. That'll be the next script.
We're here. I can finally use this Groupon. It's been in my wallet bra forever.
Well, I'm sure they'll appreciate that extra boob sweat when you turn it in.
Hey, look! This gym is called Weight On, Weight Off.
Yep.
At this point, I figure we're going to be lifting weights with Cobra Kai.
I don't get it.
It's because of what the place is called.
Still don't get it.
Have you ever seen The Karate Kid?
No.
Cobra Kai were the villains in the film, but now they have a show on Netflix, and everybody likes them.
Were they the villains, though?
It depends on which YouTube theory you subscribe to.
Okay. So what does that have to do with weight on, weight off?
Pat Morita said something similar to it in the movie.
How I loved him in Happy Days. Wait, there was a Happy Days movie?
Yeah, it was called American Graffiti.
Enough banter. Let's get this workout over with. I'm just tired thinking about it.
Marie? Ding, 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 ding. Oh, the bell came after the door closed. Oh, well.
Such a weird door. Welcome to Weight On, Weight Off, where you put it on and we take it off.
I'll take it off.
Can you tell your friend to put his clothes back on?
Not yet. I'm waiting to see if he has Chris Jericho boxer briefs on or Batman. It could go either way. It's what, Tuesday?
Do that on your own time, gentlemen. This is a public lobby.
You're wrong on both accounts. It was my Christopher Nolan underoos.
Pay up.
Crap. Here's your 20.
So, how can I help you people?
I have a Groupon that I would like to use. Hang on. Here.
Is this boob sweat?
No.
Then why is it clammy?
I don't know. I like water parks.
Regardless, you have the best Groupon that we offer. You get a top-of-the-line trainer who motivates you in a special way.
Oreos.
Cake?
Massages. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. He motivates you by telling inspirational stories that will inspire you to be the best that you can be. Why does every Groupon you purchase always come with somebody talking to us?
I like to browse on the Talk At You category.
I've never seen a Talk At You category on Groupon.
It's in the bargain bin section.
Gee, I'm glad that you think that we are worth it.
Only the best for my friends. By the way, it's going to be a dollar store Christmas this year. Since I've been furloughed, I can't afford Five Below anymore.
I was wondering why the watch you got me last year was missing all the numbers on it.
Okay, well, let's get you set up with your trainer so that you can get out of my lobby.
I wonder who it could be.
Lou Ferrigno?
Charles Atlas.
Hans and Franz?
Ben and Jerry. I gotta stay huge for the internet.
Yeah, that's my chunky monkey.
Did you see their new flavor? Dat ass dough.
Is that for real?
Oh, it's not.
Oh.
It's such a good name that everybody in this room just questioned it as it could be real.
Yeah, that could be real. I might buy it. I don't know.
They're listening to this show and they went, "We're making that."
No one listens to this show.
It's not true. Chris and I listened to it to make sure it turned out okay.
Yeah. 2 downloads a week. Should be 4, but it's only 2.
I listened to it while you edit it. It's fine.
Doesn't count as a download.
Arnold, can you please come up to the front? Your 1 o'clock is here.
Hope he isn't too tough on us.
I agree. I'm only here to look pretty, eat chicken wings, and I'm all out of chicken wings. See what I did there? Are you guys proud of me? I can twist pop culture too.
You ate all the chicken wings? Not cool.
Yeah, super not cool.
You guys never give me credit for trying.
Well, I don't care who trains us, as long as they're nice and muscled and shirtless.
I'm back. Where are they? Who are they? Did they just get off the chopper?
They're actually right over there. The ones that look lost.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger? Schwarzenegger?
Do you even know who we're talking
I
about?
have no idea. Why are there so many letters in his last name?
He couldn't buy a vowel either.
No, we bought a lot of vowels.
The actor, former governor of California, a world-renowned bodybuilder.
Who?
Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, why didn't you just say that?
Don't worry, I only know Kindergarten Cop too.
That one's not even good. It stars Dolph Lundgren.
I didn't mean two, the number. I meant two as in also.
As in, Dolph Lundgren was also in Creed 2.
As in Dolph Lundgren was in Creed, or Creed's also.
Creed 2. He was not in Creed.
So he was not in Creed, just Creed 2.
Correct.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Was he in Creed or not in Creed?
Enough! He was in the sequel to Creed and not the original Creed.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so?
We did.
I said enough. You flabby excuses for people. Are ready to get in shape? Are you ready to get in shape now?
That's why we're here.
That and your Groupon was expiring today.
Our Groupons never expire. It is in the fine print, right under the picture of the flabby man pumping up.
Seriously, Sabrina?
Oh, that's not the expiration date. It's the purchase date. Oopsie.
It looks like you people have been eating too much oopsie pie. Sabrina, how do you confuse the two?
Numbers can be confusing. That's why our podcast numbers always look the same to me.
Our podcast numbers are actually pretty good. We have plenty of listeners and one regular caller.
Bruder doesn't count.
Enough bickering. Let's go pump some iron. I'm more of a cardio guy. Do you mind if I go use the treadmill for a bit? Go! Use it! Just be ready to work. It's leg day.
Yeah, it is. Chicken leg day.
No chicken leg. Broiled chicken breast from now on. No salt, no pepper. Now go start doing push-ups and I'll start telling you my story.
How many? Like 10?
Start at 50.
Can I do them on from my knees?
That's what she said. I hear you on the treadmill. If you can say snarky comments, then you can join them doing push-ups. And to answer your question, yes, you can do your push-ups from your knees.
Oh, good.
Can I do mine in laying down position? On my back with a blanket and a pillow?
No! Jill, what's it taking you so long? Stop staring at the Zumba class and get over and start doing the push-ups with the rest of your friends. Fine.
Practicing for my Simpsons.
I felt like Nelson was here. So, my story begins in 1947. I was born on July 30th to my mother, Aurelia, and my father, Gustav, in Austria. My father was a drunk local police chief and former member of the Nazi party who liked to favor my older brother. Both of my parents were strict, but my father was always tougher on me because he didn't think that I was his biological son.
Wait. Your father was, dare I say it,
You've said it on the show before.
Nazi?
Yes, but nothing was ever proved about him committing any wartime atrocities. I had the Simon Winston Center look at his wartime record, and they couldn't find anything.
I'm not sure what center you had him. You had him.
I don't know how to say that. Besides, it's Arnold. Can you understand what he's saying anyways? It works.
You know, it worked until you,
started laughing next to me. And I'm like, why are you laughing? Now I gotta do that all over again.
No, you don't.
I feel like Laura on this.
Shut up.
Good. I wouldn't have started laughing if Girly Man over here wasn't laughing so hard. I wasn't laughing.
Still.
I'm not a Nazi.
Just Nazi adjacent.
I don't know. Just because they couldn't find anything doesn't mean it wasn't true.
I told you, I'm not a Nazi.
Stop antagonizing our trainer. He might make our workout tougher. Don't stop.
Fine.
I was an average student and played some sports growing up, like soccer and tiddlywinks. It wasn't until I turned 14 that I decided that I wanted to become a bodybuilder. How does one decide to become a bodybuilder? Were you cruising the protein shake aisle at the grocery store and thought to yourself, I really want to drink powdered chalk for the rest of my life? No, little man. It was through many years of ridicule and abuse in a household where I was pitted against my brother constantly. It was through a trip to a local gym with my soccer team that I discovered my love for powerlifting. I don't know where I might have ended up otherwise. Certainly not bending it like Beckham.
Well, it is always tough growing up in a destructive household.
It was. My father was a tough man to live with, and it made growing up very difficult. He would ridicule me for pursuing a career in bodybuilding, but that wouldn't stop me. I would go to the gym and the movies all the time.
Why the movies?
It was the only way I could see my heroes. Johnny Weissmuller, Reg Park, and most importantly, Steve Reeves. I wanted to be a great bodybuilder like they were. Going to the gym also helped me meet former Mr. Austria, Kurt Marmel, who would later take me under his wing and start training me.
So that's how you became a personal trainer?
No, I only do it to get out of the house during this tough time. It's really tough spending all this time at my house, missing workouts, not making movies, and overall spending too much time in my hot tub. Yeah, sounds real rough.
I wish I had a hot tub.
If you were on a cruise, you would have a hot tub.
I know. Quit reminding me.
No cruising here. No buffet. We are here to get in shape.
Cruise shape?
No cruise shape is like a pumpkin. We can do better than that.
I want to be a pumpkin.
I'm in pretty decent shape.
Yeah, if that shape is a kumquat, then yes, you are in shape.
Well, at least I'm not a donut peach.
Quiet hippie. Now give me 50 burpees, all of you.
What's a burpee?
Oh, I know. It's when you drink too much or too fast and you let out loud burps. I'll use it in a sentence. Laura was all burpy last week because of the beer cooler segment.
Chocolate rains.
True story.
No, it isn't, Sabrina. It's when you go down for a push-up and come back up to your feet jumping up.
Oh no, that sounds gross. Who would do that?
I do, for one. It's for my referee training. Well then, pretty boy, you can give me 100. I don't do them that often. Go! Do it! Go! Do it now! Jeez. Okay, Shia LaBeouf. Just stop yelling at us. Back to story. Pay attention! I got into bodybuilding and it took over my life. I would train night and day to become the best. I immigrated to the U.S. in 1968 after winning my first Mr. Universe as an amateur. I would go on to win the next 3 years as a pro.
Wow, you're getting really good at this bodybuilding stuff. No wonder you're such a good personal trainer.
Flattery will get you nowhere. It will just make me push you all harder. Now, keep going with those burpees.
Way to go, Laura.
What? I thought it would work.
I thought it was a good effort, and besides, we're all looking better than JL over there.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna die.
I'm fine. Don't wait for me.
Even out of breath, he doesn't stop talking.
Shut it, Chris. And finished. Good job. Now we do crunches to attack those flabby bellies of yours.
So rude. This is the last time I get a Groupon to come here.
Less whining, more crunches. Now let's do 50.
Can we get some inspiration here? Also, maybe a cabana boy with one of those big leaves to fan me.
Cabana boy? No! You want inspiration? I give you inspiration. After winning 5 Mr. Universe titles, I would go on to win 6 Mr. Olympia titles. I would finish in 2nd place in my first year entering. Every other year after that, I would win. Nobody else has ever done that. How is that for inspiration?
Pretty good. But I think it'll take us a little more than one training session with you to get to those levels.
I'm pretty inspired. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
I once won a contest for who could tell the best tall tale.
And what story did you tell them?
I told them that I was a co-host on a popular podcast and I was huge on the internet.
Yeah, even now I'm feeling more mocked by the rest of you than I am by our trainer.
Enough chit chat. Not everything is all sunshine and lollipops.
Wish I had a lollipop.
What is that?
Nothing. A Tootsie Roll lollipop.
Tootsie Roll. I did not become the greatest bodybuilder in the world by Tootsie Roll. Suddenly, tragedy hit my family. My brother would die in a car accident in 1971 while driving drunk, and my father would die from a stroke in 1972.
That's horrible.
I thought you didn't get along with your father.
I didn't, and I didn't go to the funeral either.
That's so sad.
My father would be considered abusive by today's standards.
Yeah, being a Nazi and all. Hashtag duh.
Shush! My brother had a son named Patrick, whom I helped immigrate to the U.S. and paid for his education. Besides, I was training for a competition during both funerals, so I couldn't attend.
I never knew any of this, and I've watched all your movies.
I explained all this in my 1977 film, Pumping Iron. Do you not remember me saying that in my 1977 film, Pumping Iron?
Sorry, I haven't seen it.
You lied to me about seeing all my movies? Now, you give me 50 more crunches.
Oh,
Quiet over there, pretty boy, or do you need to give me another 50 burpees? No, I'm good. Good for 50 more burpees? Oh. Now, back to Arnold's story. Now, where was I?
Winning a bunch of bodybuilding competitions and moving to the United States.
That's right. At least one of you is paying attention.
Hey, I'm paying attention attention too.
Well, did you answer?
Well, no, but I mean,
Then you obviously aren't paying as much attention as me.
wow, Laura, that is some pretty sound Sabrina-style logic there. I have to agree with you.
Great. Now, I'm starting to sound like her. I really need to get a job or stop going on so many adventures with all of you.
Just like all of you. If I kept doing this competitive bodybuilding forever, it would have taken its toll on me as well.
I feel that would be more physically taxing rather than mentally like I'm talking about.
Hey,
Oh no. Much like you, it was very exhausting mentally. I had to always be ready to work out, and I was always thinking about the next competition. I thought that a career change would be good, and decided it was time to pursue my second passion in life. Movies.
So how did you do it?
I made my first movie in 1970 as Hercules in New York. My accent was so thick that they dubbed over all my lines, and I was credited as Arnold Strong.
they didn't let you say your own lives in the movie? That's awful. I couldn't imagine what it must feel like. Hang on.
I couldn't imagine what it must feel like to have someone else say all your lines for you.
Like that.
What he said, huh?
Yeah, like that.
Want to leave it at that?
Yep.
I
I try to say all your lines on the show, but I just can't pull it off.
I'm too dry, and I could never sound as naive saying everything you do.
That's because I only speak the truth. Hashtag Sabrina's Truth. It's trending on Twitter right now.
There is no way you know all those people in every story you tell. Hashtag Rose Nyland.
Sabrina, some of those people are just too unbelievable to be true.
But each and every one of them is real. One day I'll prove it to all of you.
Back to me, and back to the workout. Now, all of you give me 50 jumping jacks.
This is the toughest workout I've ever had. When we get done, I'm going to sit on the couch and watch a movie.
Naps and snacks.
No naps, no snacks. You can have the movie as long as it is my movie Pumping Iron. It came out in 1977 and it highlighted my career in bodybuilding. I tried touching on this earlier, but the woman with the fluffy hair lied about seeing it.
I didn't lie about not seeing it. I just didn't remember it.
So you lied about seeing.
Yeah,
And that's why he is making this workout so difficult.
sure. Blame everything on me.
I will. And I already do.
I was talking to Sabrina in jail.
Oh, we will. And we do.
I just want to remind you of how powerful my grudges are.
I never forget.
And you never will.
Come on, work harder, do more. Give me another 50 jumping jacks. Do it now.
Stop yelling and I can do it! You're not gonna listen.
Ouch, woman, I'm not yelling. This is how I talk. Speaking of which, I worked on my accent not being as strong with vocal lessons and ended up catching my big break with Conan the Barbarian in 1982.
Isn't that supposed to be Conan the O'Brien?
No, Sabrina.
Now, I've seen Conan the O'Brien. Damn you, Sabrina. The Barbarian. Several times.
Big deal. Everybody has seen Conan the Barbarian.
I haven't.
Even the Jason Momoa version?
Nope.
Wait, Jason Momoa as Conan? Now that is the movie I would watch. Jason Momoa in a loincloth and sweaty. It's a thing of dreams. Plus, beard. Oh, bonus!
I know, right?
I always forgot how much you like Jason Momoa.
He was a good Conan, but he was no Arnold. Nobody is Arnold but Arnold.
What's that mean?
It means that no matter how hard you try, that nobody can be as Arnold. Not even Arnold.
Then why didn't he just say that?
He did.
He did? Hey, Arnold!
What?
Nothing. 90s Nickelodeon reference. Never mind.
Confusing. Now let's use the rowing machine. Everyone does 10 minutes on the rowing machine. Oh, good. I like the rowing machine. Then enjoy 20 minutes. Why do you keep doing this to me? Maybe if you were quiet more, then I could finish my story. Until then, you do extra for your workout.
You know, this is nice, since I'm the one who is usually punished for everything.
That will come after the workout.
Just do what he says and let jail get yelled at. We can take it easy and still have a productive workout. All the pressure on him.
Now for the rest of you. Let's continue this story workout session. After the success of Conan the Barbarian, there was obviously going to be a sequel. In 1984, Conan the Destroyer was released and did not destroy the box office like everyone thought it would.
You're just becoming a real action movie star, aren't you?
I am. The role that I became known for was just around the corner. That same year, I starred as the Terminator. I didn't have many lines, but it gave me the catchphrase that would follow me for the rest of my life. That's not it.
What's that? Take this chicken nugget, Bandito.
No, but I'm gonna start calling everyone Bandito.
Right? It's not used enough.
I'll be back.
Okay, but can you tell me what your catchphrase is before you leave?
I'll be back.
Fine, we'll go then. What are you waiting for? Just tell me the catchphrase first.
I'll be back.
You won't be going anywhere if you don't tell me your catchphrase.
I'll be back.
Fine. Leave without telling me your catchphrase. I've lost interest anyway.
Sabrina, that is his catchphrase, Bandito.
Then why didn't he just say it, Bandito? Chicken nugget, Bandito?
Well, he did, Bandito, but you were just being you.
You say it's like a bad thing, Bandito.
Oh, I think you're all giving me a headache.
It could be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
I love that movie.
Not there yet. We still have a few more movies to reference before we get to that one.
That one is my favorite.
Patience, Iago.
Oh, I like that one too.
Not my movie! After a successful performance in The Terminator, I had action roles being offered to me non-stop. I was becoming the action hero of the 1980s.
You definitely had hit after hit. You were the Will Smith of the 90s.
Or the me of the 80s. Right? You were in Commando, Raw Deal, Red Heat, and my personal favorite, Predator. Nothing could stop me. I had no competition and all my action movies were the best.
Hey, I had some hit action movies back then as well.
Hey, why is Sylvester Stallone here?
We're a little competitive with each other.
Yeah, we would try to do each other in our movies. Sometimes we would see who had the biggest body count, or sometimes who had the most outlandish deaths in their movie. I would always have the biggest weapon, so that battle always belonged to me.
Sometimes they hit you with the lipsticks.
Oh, this sounds
with
like.
the lipsticks.
And sometimes the lipstick was open.
Well, that sounds like too much testosterone.
Boys always trying to outdo each other. Something that never happens on our show.
That's true. JL, whatever his name is.
I'm JL.
That's true. JL and I know our strengths and weaknesses. Wow, we are always working as a team.
You know what? Even though he couldn't say it properly, Chris is right. I'm the talented talker who occasionally writes an episode, while he does all the tough work of editing and promoting.
I write as well.
We know. You made sure to give yourself all the credit on IMDb.
Well, if you'd like some made-up facts, then talk to our Wikipedia editor.
You rang.
This is why I use my humor to separate my movies from his. He was always too serious.
Why so serious?
Just wait until he does the Batman movie.
Wow. Foreshadow much?
As much as I had, that way nothing as the audience too far off guard. I feel like they figured out a movie that they just invested 2 hours in.
That's actually a pretty smart idea.
Enough about him. Get back to me. You paid for a Groupon to train with me. Now listen to Rocky Balboa.
I thought that was Sylvester Stallone.
It is.
Then why did he call him Rocky?
We did a show on Stallone. Didn't you pay attention?
I wasn't on that show then, Bandito.
Oops.
Hey, back to Arnold now.
It's just Hey Arnold.
It's hey, that joke wasn't funny the first time.
Touche.
Nah, as I said before, I learned to let my sense of humor show in all my roles. That is why I tried my hand at comedy. I started opposite Danny DeVito in the film Twins. My next comedy would be Kindergarten Cop a few years later. I would make the science fiction film Total Recall in between the two.
I've seen all those movies, and your version of Total Recall was leaps and bounds better than the remake.
Thank you. We don't talk about the remake.
It's best that way.
Chris only likes that one because the chick has 3 boobs in it.
Not true. There's nowhere for me to lay my head with 3 boobs.
Well, Arnold, what about relationships? Did you ever get married or have kids?
You sure have a lot of questions. I'll answer yours if you can answer a few about me.
I think I can help with that, because it is pop quiz time. Just get out your pens and your papers, your scented markers, those markers you won't let your kids play with. And this pop quiz is called Put the Cap Back on the Marker.
Or so help me.
So help me.
This pop quiz is called What Seat Does Arnold Like to Sit in a Movie Theater? I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
When he has to break it down, it's even worse.
Oh.
That was a worse pun than what I tell in my movies.
I just thought he was leaving and wasn't going to tell us what row.
Oh, I'll be in the back. Or Arnold's catchphrase for Terminator Part 20, I'll be back after wheel is over. 5 general knowledge facts on Arnold Schwarzenegger in
Will
order.
Fortune, because he's old.
Yeah. like me.
You tell bad jokes like that, you'll be in jeopardy.
It's hard to come up with puns for Arnold. 5 general knowledge facts on Arnold Schwarzenegger in order of the easiest to the hardest. Test your knowledge. Score 1 point for each correct answer.
None of us can talk.
Question number 1. What country was Arnold born in? Hint, it was in the script.
I know I wasn't paying attention. I'm screwed.
That's what she said.
Question number 2. Arnold Schwarzenegger served as the governor of which U.S. state? Hint, it's in the script, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, we did. It's
Yeah, we
been
did.
mentioned.
Did we? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you added it early in the script.
Well, we haven't got in detail about it, but
No,
it was.
But it was mentioned.
Yes.
No, I didn't change that. That was you.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I was drinking when I wrote this.
Best way to write.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I'm drinking now.
Yeah, sweet tea.
Unsweet.
I'm sweet enough.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm unsweet as well.
Ew.
Question number 3. What was Schwarzenegger's first political position? Hint, it was not mentioned in question number 2. If you put governor, you're going to be wrong.
I don't know very many political positions.
There's doggy style,
No, I know.
missionary,
They do that in the politics?
There's
Yeah.
also
That explains
reverse
a lot.
doggy style.
because all politicians you.
And there's the E!
We already had it anyway.
We
When?
did?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything this
No, I
time.
don't think anybody
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't me this time.
Well, if we didn't, I can always beep it.
We're allowed one.
Then we can get on Disney Plus.
Yay!
Finally, we're still not getting paid.
Yeah, right.
Question number 4. Arnold played a crucial role in getting which car to become popular in the United States? Arnold had this car, and then suddenly everybody wanted it because he had it. Hint, I would never be able to afford the gas in it.
Oh, wait.
It can get you from your house to the curb using 20 gallons of gas.
I think my answer's right now.
All right, I think I got it. I'm changing mine,
I
original
changed
one,
mine,
and now I'm
too.
going with this one.
That was a huge hint.
That was a really big, stupid hint.
Question number 5. What is the highest grossing movie Arnold has appeared in? Hint, it's not Jingle All the Way.
Dang it.
No cheating while we sell
Oh, she was
showing
getting a phone call
phones.
from a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, my scam likely. The only call that I ever get. Nobody cares. Just scam.
All right, pencils down.
But I haven't answered question 5 yet.
Oh, we'll answer it while we're going over answers for everybody else. Question number 1. What country was Arnold born in? Sabrina.
Austria.
Laura.
I also put Austria.
JL.
Austria.
That is wrong. He was a Nazi. He was born in the Nazi country.
So Austria.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Edelweiss. Edelweiss.
And if any Nazis listening to this are offended, I don't care. Question number 2. Arnold Schwarzenegger served as the governor of which U.S. state? Laura.
California.
Sabrina.
California.
JL.
California.
Not
California
fair
is
when you have Arnold actually say your answers, JL.
Cheater.
California is correct.
We're getting closer during this workout.
Question number 3. What was Schwarzenegger's first political position? JL.
Fitness ambassador to the president.
Sabrina.
Mayor.
Laura.
I put senator.
JL is correct. Chairman on the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports.
It's because him and Arnold are so close.
Was that supposed to be an answer, or were you just humming like
I was mocking you and JL, right? All the time.
an African throat song, maybe? I don't know.
It's my African throat song.
Question.
Anytime I speak under my breath now, I just want you to know I'm going to tell you I'm singing my African throat song.
Question number 4. Arnold played a crucial role in getting which car to become popular in the United States? Laura.
Hummer.
Sabrina.
I also said a Hummer.
JL.
Hummer.
It's actually a Humvee. A
Same
Humvee.
thing.
Yes, it's the same thing. I'm just joking.
I originally put down Pinto.
I had Lamborghini as my first answer.
I put Aston Martin.
No. James Bond popularized that in the 60s.
That's true.
Could Arnold get in either one of those two cars?
Probably.
Can you imagine how far back that seat goes in the Lamborghini? I can't reach the steering wheel.
And question number 5. What is the highest grossing movie Arnold has appeared in, Sabrina?
Junior.
I love that movie. He has a baby.
Laura.
Terminator.
JL.
Terminator 2.
It is actually Terminator 2, Judgment Day. You were
Thank you.
close, Laura.
I'm its closest.
You know, Terminator, the original Terminator really kind of sucks compared to Terminator 2.
That's because he was building you up because he was coming back.
Have you ever noticed James Cameron does a great job on sequels?
Yes.
Like, Aliens to me is a far better movie than the first Alien. Even though the first Alien's good, but the sequel is so good. And then Terminator 2, like, you like Terminator, but Terminator 2 is just like on a whole nother level.
Well, then maybe in 15 years from now when we get Avatar
Avatar 2 is going to be better than the 1st
It'll
one?
be better than the first one.
Oh, I can't wait till he makes his sequel to Titanic.
I know. I keep waiting for that
Maybe
one.
this time the ship won't sink.
Maybe she won't let go.
He is making a sequel to the Titanic. He announced the title. It's called Submarine.
Don't believe Chris ever. He's
Sources for the script.
just like JL. I don't ever believe him either.
Sources for the script, and you can believe this. Arnold, The Education of a Bodybuilder by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Wikipedia. Fascinate.com. Behind the music featuring Porno for Pyros and YouTube.
That sounds painful.
Right?
You don't know Porno for Pyros?
It's Perry Farrell's band that he did after Jane's Addiction.
You make great pets.
That's what Jane said.
That's what Porno for Pyros.
I know.
Okay. I didn't want people to get confused. I didn't know.
Laura's already confused, so
Like
I was
music.
just perpetuating the cycle.
Hey, Arnold, what did you think of that pop quiz?
Listen, you need to stop talking. I don't know what's worse, your answers to that quiz or how you are doing at this workout.
Definitely the workout.
No doubt.
I love them.
Don't do it.
I won't.
But I'm just a girl.
Sabrina.
What? You didn't tell me not to do it.
She actually has a point there. Stop singing and start working.
That's what Laura tells me all the time.
And you never listen.
Sleepy girl had a question before that awful quiz. It's time for me to answer it.
Please, tell us about your family.
My first serious relationship was with a woman named Barbara Outland in 1969, and I met her after I first immigrated to the United States. Our first date was watching the first Apollo moon landing, and I lived with her until 1974. She was a school teacher who wanted an ordinary life, and I'm no ordinary man, so our relationship was never going to last.
I loved Arnold.
Barbara, what are you doing here?
Stuart, what are you doing here?
I don't understand. Who's Stuart?
No one knows.
I belong to this gym, and I come here often. You just never notice me because I'm always on the elliptical, watching the view.
I didn't see any windows by the elliptical.
Not looking at a view, Sabrina. She's watching the TV show, The View.
Yeah. I don't know why they call it the view. There's never anything to see.
Isn't that the truth?
No, it's still the view.
Can we get back to Barbara and not go down the rabbit hole again? Please.
Wait. If we're going down a rabbit hole, does that mean we are in Wonderland?
Yes.
This makes so much sense now. Tea, anyone?
Is she always like this? This is my sexy voice when Arnold and I would make love.
Stop. Stop.
Oh, Arnold.
She's been like this all day, so I'll have to say yes.
Well, Arnold and I were in love and lived together until his gigantic ego got in the way. He was very grounded and down to earth when we first met, and as the years went by, he developed an attitude, and the world just revolved around him. That attitude led us.
Getting distracted by the sexy voice. It is not my fault that people gravitate toward me. I'm so large and muscular. I'm like a planet. I have a pull. Women want me, and men want to be me. He also cheated on me.
So the planet he's like is Uranus. That ended our relationship. We managed to stay civil, and he actually helped contribute to my memoir about life with him.
It was the least that I could do for the woman who helped me get my feet. She helped me get my feet.
You just stubbed before?
Yep.
So confused. Was that in your movie too?
Yeah, that's how I pumped iron. My feet are made of iron.
Was that 1977?
Yes. It was the least that I could do for the woman who helped me get on my feet after moving to this country. Wait a minute. Your Highness, are you calling me an ass?
If the barbell fits. Anyway, his next relationship was an open relationship with Sue Moray. She was a hairdresser's assistant, and this would help him meet his next hookup.
Maria Shriver.
I was not just any hookup. I was the woman that became his wife.
Maria, what are you doing here?
Sir, what are you doing here?
Again with this Stewart guy.
I'm a journalist, and I heard there was a podcast doing a biography on my ex-husband. I naturally wanted to help them out and also make sure that I was presented properly.
Ma'am?
Yes, and you are?
What, you don't know who I am?
No, should I?
Well, yeah, I do have a thank you credit on IMDb. Anyway, I'm Chris, and we are all Podcast 42. We are a comedy podcast that's doing a satirical biography on your ex-husband, and honestly, nobody gets painted in the right light, don't worry. We get most of our information on people by watching behind the music and whatever else is available to get the proper research done.
So, you don't care about the facts? I take it then. Like, we got married in 1986 in Massachusetts, or that we had 4 children over the course of our marriage. Catherine, Christina, Patrick, and Christopher. Or the fact that we were married for 25 years and divorced in 2011. I would have stayed with him if I hadn't found out about a son he fathered 14 years earlier. Whoa! He had a kid while being married? That doesn't sound too bad.
No, he had a kid with another woman while being married to Maria without Maria knowing about it.
Well, when you put it that way, bad, Arnold, bad. So, are you sure you don't want me to help contribute to your podcast in any way now?
I think you contributed more than enough. Thank you, and I'm sure we'll get some of that into our hour-long show.
You will get all of it in, or you'll be hearing from my attorney. Remember, I'm from the Kennedy family. I suggest you do as you're told, or there will be consequences.
It has been duly noted. I'll make sure that you are represented as properly as anyone else on the show.
Thank you. Was that so hard? Now, if you would excuse me while I go use the elliptical and watch The View with Barbara. We have some catching up to do. That was a little power trippy.
You have no idea. Do you know how hard it is to juggle multiple relationships?
No.
Yes. Exactly. Did that answer all your questions about my love life?
Yeah, but how'd you get into politics?
Politics later. Work out movie career now.
I always wanted a movie career.
No, you work out. Go to the workout bench. It's time to hit the weights. Let's go see what you can bench.
I can sit on a bench.
Haha, real funny. You just volunteered to go first.
All right, well, let's get this over with.
All right, let's see if you can bench 200 and go.
I can do it. Oh, no, I can't do it.
Weak. That was funny. Your turn, pretty boy. Same amount. Well, here goes nothing. So, after Total Recall, I went to Terminator 2, Judgment Day. It was a massive hit and was an even bigger success than the first one. It was so good, in fact, that they had multiple sequels, but none have even come close to being as good as Judgment Day.
Yeah, well, they also screwed up the story long.
Welcome to my world.
It was a long story they screwed up.
They also screwed up the storyline along the way as well.
Secretly, I do like the third one, too.
The third one had a sequel? Weird. Wouldn't that be number 4?
We're not doing that bit again.
It's not my problem which ones you liked or didn't like. If they want to pay me what I want, then I'll make the movie no matter how bad it is. Didn't you see End of Days or The Sixth Day?
I tried not to admit to seeing those.
I liked you in Junior.
That was a fun movie to make, and it was good for my career, unlike the last 2 I mentioned.
They couldn't have hurt your career too badly. I'm sure it was just a little collateral damage.
That movie hurt my career as well.
What movie?
Collateral Damage. It just wasn't that good of a movie.
The other movies that hurt my career were Jingle All the Way and Batman and Robin, where I played the villain, Mr. Freeze.
I saw those movies, and they were so bad. You could say that your career was put on ice after that. Oh, God. I just told a Chris joke.
Good one.
Am I done here? Fine, be done. Girls, do either you want to try?
No, thanks. I don't want to hurt myself.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pass as well. I don't lift weights, bad back and all.
I didn't know you had a bad back.
Yeah, it's always in pain.
That's awful. You don't mind me asking, how did you hurt your back?
Oh, it's always in pain from carrying this show. Zing! It's tough being huge on the internet.
Rude.
Burn.
You can't see me since this is audio, but I'm hanging my head in shame.
Now let me tell you about when I quit acting and became the governor of California.
Finally.
So I decided to try and get into politics after years of being fascinated by them. I would run as the Republican candidate in the 2003 election. I would win the recall election and become governor.
What's a recall election?
It's a special election that they did in California to vote out the incumbent governor.
How did they vote?
They put names in a bucket and pulled them out. The name that they pick out becomes governor.
Oh. Isn't that how most elections go?
No, not at all. I won the popular vote to become governor. What are you doing with that fishbowl?
Voting to see who writes the next script.
What?
No, we're going to do fishbowl facts.
Fishbowl facts.
Would you like to join?
Fishbowl facts. I love fishbowl facts.
Here, read the first one.
Fishbowl fact number 1.
All right, I'll read the first one. I bet you didn't know this about me. Did you know that I served in the Austrian army for a year as part of the mandatory service requirement for 18-year-old Austrian males? I was AWOL during basic training so I could compete in the Junior Mr. Europe contest, and I spent a week in a military prison. Worst week of my life, I couldn't work out.
Fishbowl fact number 2.
In 1993, he was named by the National Association of Theater Owners as the International Star of the Decade. It just started!
What?
Do you know how many movies I made?
It was 93. You were only 3
I made
years
a
into
lot.
the new
Total
decade.
Recall was very impactful.
I call bull.
No, he had like a movie every month in the 80s.
And then in
But it
92,
was 90s.
It was already 93. They didn't say it was the 80s.
did they really expect Titanic to come out and top Terminator 2? No.
Right, so
But
he,
it did.
he can't be this big money maker without having to release all those movies.
Junior, Last Action Hero, Eraser.
Twins.
So did it take
That
you
was the
3
80s.
But you,
I love twins.
Arnold,
Don't interrupt me or I'll make you do burpees.
don't interrupt me or I'll just not continue to listen.
Who's this show about? I said, who's this show about?
Barbara.
I think it's Chris's turn to read his fishbowl
My
fact.
show. It's
But
about
I don't
me.
understand why it took him 3 years to name somebody from the 80s.
All right, Chris, what's your fishbowl fact?
Fishbowl fact number 3.
I guess you're getting cut off. When Schwarzenegger first announced his candidacy for the 2003 California recall election, the total recall election, there it is, for governor of California, it made national and international news, with budding comedians in the media quickly dubbing him the Governator and the Running Man, and referring to the ensuing recall election as total recall. I knew it was in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's good.
Fishbowl fact number 4.
Schwarzenegger struggled with anxiety and learned how to overcome it when a friend taught him transcendental meditation.
Fishbowl fact number 5.
Did you know he was so dedicated as a teenager to work out that when the local gym was closed, he would even break in to work out? It's amazing. How can somebody be so dedicated? I don't have that type of dedication.
Neither do I.
I'm dedicated at the 7-Eleven to break in and rob it.
That's
What?
'cause
You
want a
can't say
Slurpee.
that.
What?
Can't say that.
They're always open, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24/7.
You don't break in.
Not all of them. Some
You
of them are
just-
only open between 7 and 11.
At least he's not breaking in Baskin Robbins. Baskin Robbins always finds out.
It's true.
It's true.
I
Back-
sold 28 of the 31 flavors.
See,
I didn't
even
mean
then
to
he
interrupt.
fell short and couldn't commit.
Still 11 off.
I don't like to talk about that.
He left. Wait,
And they were only pints he was taking.
Fishbowl fact number 6.
back when Arnold was still adjusting to speaking a new language, he frequently told his English coach, Roger Seafield, about his biggest ambition, that he was going to become the greatest actor.
He would like a hamburger.
Fishbowl fact number 7.
Schwarzenegger's
because-
family was not well off, even by the standards of Austria between World War I and II. Arnold has recalled that one of the highlights of his youth was the day his family bought him a beer cooler,
What?
a refrigerator.
Fishbowl fact number 8.
In 1977, Arnold posed nude for the gay magazine After Dark.
Just like Sylvester Stallone did that porno.
Gotta start somewhere.
That's why they had the rivalry.
My porno did better than yours.
Did you post nude for Gay Magazine? Nah, let's found Planet Hollywood. And that's how Planet Hollywood came to be.
Turns out Planet Hollywood is just Uranus.
That That was fun. Now all of you know more about me. As if your storytelling didn't do that already?
Stop it, JL. Don't make him upset. He might make us work out some more.
No, I think your workout is over. All of you are hopeless and will never get in shape.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Yeah, you do.
You are so mean.
I try.
So if our workout is done, does that mean we can go?
No, I have to finish the rest of my story first.
Just when I thought I was free, we run another errand.
Nobody gets that, Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No.
Just when I thought I was free, they pull me back in.
Great Godfather reference.
Just when I thought I was free, they pull me back in.
There you go. That's the Godfather reference I wanted to hear.
Yes, I forgot that was the Godfather.
If the
reference.
So you want to do it a fourth time?
Yes.
Italian, but not Irish.
Just when I thought I was free, they pull me back in.
Great Godfather reference.
Thank you.
Nah, as I was saying, I became governor of California in 2003. I was considered a moderate Republican due to me being pro-choice, fiscally conservative, socially liberal, and a supporter of gay rights.
Now that's a candidate I can get behind.
I also signed the Global Warming Solutions Act of 2006. It was the nation's first cap on greenhouse gas emissions. I was trying to stop global warming before it was a thing.
What a candidate.
He isn't a candidate anymore. He did all this while in office.
I would still vote for him, even with him already being in office. It's like secret votes.
And they did. I was voted in for a second term and stayed in office until my term ended. I couldn't get elected for a third term, so after I left office, it was back to making movies.
What movies were you planning on making?
The same as I was making before.
Aren't you a little too old to be doing action movies?
You'd never be too old to do action movies.
Did he just agree with Laura?
I said you'd never be too old to do action movies.
That's right. You can never be too old to do action movies.
I feel like they're talking, but I don't know what either of them is saying.
They said I'm not too old to be in action movies.
You can definitely be in the next Expendables movie.
Thank you.
You are old enough.
Yeah, I got the dig the first time.
So what you're saying is that you have to be old to be in one of those movies?
Yeah.
So why are they making these again?
To prove you are never too old to be in an action movie.
Oh. I thought maybe they got a senior discount to make the movie.
No discounts.
Why better be movies? I'm great at some movie I was made. Here, job, I need more star power, so I have to be in it.
I didn't want a major role since I hadn't made a movie in years. Sly gave me a cameo, and I filmed it for free since he was nice enough to give me a job.
Yeah, I made 2 more films in the Expendables franchise. As a thank you, I made sure I'll have a bigger part in the next 2 films. You also got paid for doing them.
I wish I got paid.
You get paid in cookies after the show.
It's not the same. Plus, I'd rather be paid in gummy bears.
Better than nothing, and if you don't want your cookies, I'll take them.
I'm not giving you my cookies.
No cookies after a workout. I'll make 2 new Terminator films as well. My film career isn't what it used to be, but I think that I can still draw at the theater.
I would still go watch your movies in the theater if you had one coming out.
Me too.
JL, you talk through everything, and Chris, you sleep through everything. Between the two of you, only one person would watch the whole movie.
It's not my fault that they put those comfy recliners in every movie theater. I get too comfortable and I start to fall asleep.
Or it's because you're old.
I'm not that old.
You just slept through most of your workout.
It was a tiring workout.
You fell asleep on the weight bench doing a push-up and while you were squatting.
I get comfortable super easy.
It's true. That's why he falls asleep on the toilet.
One time, it was just one time.
Yeah, at least one time a night.
Enough! I can't do this anymore. My story over. Your workout is over. Never come back here again. You are all very annoying. I could never do training any of you ever again. Go on. Get out of here. Go home. Go. Do it now.
Thanks for training us. I can't wait to come back and use the other Groupon I purchased.
Wait, how many Groupons do you have?
One for every occasion.
Please, use one of the other trainers. I won't be back.
Fine, but I get to pick the next trainer.
Who are you going to pick?
Vince Neil.
How is Vince Neil going to train us?
Oh, the training isn't for all of us.
If it isn't for all of us, then who is it for?
Why you, silly? I got you singing lessons. Welcome to the jungle.
Wrong group.
Only the audience could see the looks that kill that I'm giving you right now. Come on, everyone. It's time for Home Sweet Home.
Home sweet.
I'm on my way.
Oh, dear Lord, stop.
Sweet home.
I'm just a girl in the world.
Yeah.
Speaking of annoying, I offered Bruder a job. He's now a correspondent.
Is he getting paid?
Nope. Cookies.
Even in cookies?
Not even in cookies.
Ooh, he's going to be angry.
So let Bruder know the topic, and this is his thoughts on Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hello, this is Bruder, field correspondent for Podcast 42. Here are my top picks for the best Arnold Schwarzenegger movies of all time. Number 5, True Lies. This one is about an American secret agent with an Austria accent who poses as a nerd salesman. Jamie Lee Curtis plays his wife, who wants to sleep with Chet from Weird Science, 3 stars. Number 4, The Running Man. This one is not about marathon runners. Misleading title, 2 stars. Number 3, Last Action Hero. Arnold Schwarzenegger stars as Jack Slater, a Los Angeles police detective. Some kid gets magically sucked into the Slater universe, and it's not Slater from Saved by the Bell. 1 star. Number 2, Eraser. I should have erased this movie from my list. 5 stars. Number 1, Triplets. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, and Eddie Murphy star. This movie hasn't been made yet. 10 stars. This is Bruder. So yes, Triplets is true. We are recording.
Stop it. It still haven't. It still needs a script, but it's...
But it's cast.
It's cast. I'm going to go see it just to watch Donkey be like, hi there, Arnold. Hey, we're brothers. In the morning, we're making waffles. I don't eat waffles.
And it's confirmed cast. It's not, this is our dream. It's everybody's on board to make it.
My other favorite review was Eraser, that he should have erased it from his list. 5 stars.
Yeah. Like, why did you give it 5 stars?
He rates movies like I rate
He
beers.
does. He does.
Not too.
Well, hopefully in the future we'll gain some other correspondence.
Eraser, 5 stars.
So, what is everyone's favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie for real?
Predator.
Predator. That's a good one.
Predator, Running Man, Terminator 2.
Terminator 2 and Running Man for me, but that was at one of Stephen King's heyday writing periods, and that novel was really good.
A lot of people don't realize that Running Man is based off the Stephen King book.
Yeah. But
Also, Richard Dawson's in it. How do you not like it for the host of Family Feud being the villain?
Well, he wrote The Running Man under Richard Bachman, I believe.
I think you're right.
I don't think he wrote it under Stephen King, so.
Kindergarten Cop, Twins, Junior.
You like all the comedies?
Yeah, I enjoy action movies, but if there's any hint that it could be spooky, I'm out.
Oh, yeah, because Arnold made so many spooky movies.
Usually,
Like,
Him saving a young Alyssa Milano in Commando is so spooky.
action and spooky don't really cross paths. It's either action or it's spooky.
yeah, well, you told 13-year-old me that, because that's who I still listen to.
Yeah, because all you saw was a trailer for End of Days and got scared.
I didn't even watch the trailer.
Supposedly, Arnold made a zombie movie. I haven't seen
Yes, it's with Abigail Breslin.
It's supposed to be really good, but I don't know. It seemed like it was super story driven and not like zombie driven. So I don't know.
Oh.
If it's on Netflix, I'll probably watch it at some point.
I am also not a huge fan of action movies. For me, though, it'd be a toss-up between Twins and Junior. I think I'm going to have to go Twins, though. I think Twins would probably be my favorite Arnold movie.
You like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
That was Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great movie, though.
Hey, my mom was too.
Well, it was really cool that Arnold switched from action to comedy. I think that was a bold move, and it paid off for him for the most part. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think Jingle All the Way was that bad of a movie.
No, Sinbad was a very compelling villain.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't.
No, I think I think him and Danny DeVito have really good chemistry.
Yeah.
That's why they made Junior.
Yeah, it's almost like the Rock and Kevin Hart kind of combo. You got the big guy and the little guy, and they play off each other really
But
well.
really,
So wait a minute, I'm gonna cut Chris off there. Are you saying that Kevin Hart is the new Danny DeVito?
No.
I mean, they're the same size, but
Yes.
still, are you saying he's the new Danny DeVito?
No, I'm not.
I can't wait for the Taxi reboot.
that'd be interesting. That would be really good. Danny DeVito, he's just a brilliant actor. I don't think he gets enough credit. But people like him.
Yeah,
and
Tim
people
Burton
watch
loves him.
his stuff, but they don't put him up in the echelon of actors. And I really think he should be because
Oh yeah,
he's
love
brilliant in
Danny
everything
DeVito.
he does.
But it's one of those things. A lot of comedic actors don't get put up in that because everybody just looks at their comedies.
Right.
That when
Yeah.
you watch them in a serious role, you just go, "Oh wow, that's right, they can act."
I like Danny DeVito and Renaissance Man.
that was a Robin Williams one, wasn't it?
No. That was where he.
Oh, that's
he,
Bicentennial Man.
Oh yeah.
And Renaissance Man is when he became the English teacher for
The soldiers or whatever.
soldiers. Yeah. I like that
I've seen
movie.
It's a lighthearted take on Dead Poets Society.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It's a good movie.
This is Danny DeVito led.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was the lead role in
Like
in Renaissance.
1993.
He was it was like Danny DeVito is the Renaissance Man.
Was he in a gorilla suit?
No.
It got overshadowed by Damon Wayans in Major Pain.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But I think I could watch that movie all the time.
I was thinking of Going Bananas, which is probably one of the really bad Danny DeVito movies, but that was like an ensemble cast. Had Tony Danza in a gorilla suit, I believe,
Oh, way.
and Danny DeVito and some other people.
Danny DeVito is also really good in Matilda. I hated him, which means he performed his role really well.
I loved him and Matilda.
Yeah. Like he was really good because you
big.
hated him.
No, I'm big. You're small. I'm right. You're wrong.
It's like the one time Danny DeVito gets to say that he's big.
True story.
Well, like all our episodes, the main subject is Arnold Schwarzenegger, so we're going to delve into Danny DeVito.
Well, yeah, because the two of them together,
Yeah.
when you watch twins, whose performance is more memorable? Schwarzenegger's is good, but DeVito
Yeah.
carries that
Yeah.
the entire
He
time.
really does.
Yeah, well, he carries most stuff he does, so...
I love Danny DeVito.
Well, we'll do a Danny DeVito episode, and then we'll talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end.
Perfect.
I got dibs on not being Danny DeVito.
I think you can only pull out Danny DeVito from Taxi,
Oh, his, come on, we gotta do this thing.
where he just yells through the whole thing.
Laco, we need more of those cookies.
All right, well, let us...
What was your favorite movie, did you say?
oh, did I? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't say.
The Running Man and Terminator 2.
Oh, like always, I tuned Chris out.
See, I'm not the only one.
I know. You say I tune you out, but
He tunes me out all
you
the
haven't
time.
remembered anything I said in 27 years of marriage, so...
I'm going to start talking to the Scam Likely people, and they're going to never call me again. I'm like, thank God you called. I'm so bored.
I'm going to talk to them like Sabrina's character talks on the show. And then they'll never call again. They'll be like, what?
I've actually talked to them like I talk on the show. And I had this one person call and they were talking about like magazines.
3 hours later.
Well, and I started out and they were like, we're trying to offer you a magazine subscription, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, do you have Field and Stream? And she was like, what's that? And I was like, it's an equestrian. I was like, I really like riding horses, but I don't like riding horses because I'm afraid of horses. So instead, I just cut out the pictures and pretend to ride the horse. And the woman was just like, I don't think we have that one. I'm going to go ahead and let you go.
It's about water polo.
Yeah.
Everything about water polo that I love.
Except the water, because I don't know how to swim.
And the polo, because I don't understand how you play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you yell Marco, and then somebody else yells Polo.
Oh, I was never very good at that game.
Oh, I now get that Geico commercial.
Yeah.
Fish out of water.
Do you think
That's how I always got caught.
think Ponce de Leon is mad that the pool game isn't named after him?
How do you feel? How do you think Magellan feels? First man to go around the world,
Yeah.
he gets nothing.
Nothing.
Instead, the Italian guy who gets lost gets something.
Well, they tried to do it with Magellan at first. Somebody would yell, Magell, and the other person would yell, Ellen, and it didn't work.
I thought they would yell in, and somebody got grossed out, and that's how the game ended.
And then you just
Magell in. Ugh.
you throw pasta at each other later.
If you have to tell them you're in jail, it's not really.
All right, beer cooler.
Never had to do that.
Hello, caller. Never run away. Never gonna wait. Drink Eller Cola. Never went away. Never went away. Drink Eller Cola. Boom.
What is this stuff again?
Oh, it's from Lead Dog Brewing. It's Conan's Wrath. It's a New England style double IPA. Laura's favorite.
Well, I'm going to go first
Yay.
because surprisingly, this is not a bad beer.
I know you actually finished it for once.
Yeah, I was. Well, I mean, we had to share 2 cans, so it wasn't that hard.
They were 16-ounce cans. Everybody got 8 ounces.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
There's going to be a lot of that, so get used to it.
I'm saying it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that great of an accomplishment for me. It was a criticism against me, not a criticism against the beer or who bought the beer.
Yeah. So he normally doesn't finish 8 ounces of a beer, so really it's an accomplishment of itself.
Yes. So this was a good beer. It finishes clean, which I can't believe for a double IPA. I think it has great taste. It has legs. I would drink this again. I'm going to give this a 4.
Whoa!
Laura, who has a lot of beer left.
I do have a lot of beer left, but I was trying to save it so that I could drink it now when I'm supposed to talk about it. I hate IPAs, but this one, this one smells good. I like the smell of it. And it does actually finish quite smoothly, which is nice. And I don't typically experience that with IPAs. I think overall, I could drink more than one of these, but I could not drink a whole 6-pack. I'm going to give it right in the middle. I'm going to give it a 3 because I did think that the flavor of it was good and smooth. But I think it's a little still too bitter for me to
Even with the
enjoy more.
haziness, I think that's what's winning you over. Like every
Yeah.
hazy IPA I brought in for you, you've liked more than any other IPA.
Yeah.
Is this a hazy double
Yeah,
IPA?
New England style is a hazy style of IPA.
That must be what it
Okay.
is. I like the hazier. I don't know what's the difference and what
They're
makes
like
it
juicier
hazy.
hops, so you get more flavor. There's not as much bitterness in the
Yes.
IPA, so it's a little more flavorful.
Yeah.
Now, when she's saying she doesn't know the difference, she's just informing the audience that so they come on board, even though you've explained hazy IPA every time we've had one.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. I feel like I need to every time because if we have a
Dirty
first-time
looks.
listener, they need to know.
So happy I'm moving away. This is my last day here, guys. I finally got out of this
Can you
house.
believe it? Here I am explaining it because we might have a first-time listener, and I'm trying to explain
Yeah,
it.
you never know. Maybe
you never
somebody
know.
doesn't know the difference between the hazy
We could have
IPA.
somebody who's listening to the show from when we started, when it was a 5-man crew, Chris, to have somebody new who listens to the show for the first time. Not Laura, because she's never going to listen to it.
I hate my voice,
Guys,
guys.
guys,
Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
It's got a very strong, like, grapefruit smell to it when you go to smell it. It's got that citrus that I find most hops have. It was good. It wasn't... I don't know, I'm like Laura. It was middle of the road. I don't think I could do a whole 6-pack, but I could probably do more than one. So I'm a 3. It has a clean smooth finish.
I was waiting for the 6.
So she said a 3, but now
Yeah.
as she keeps talking, it'll be
Yeah.
a 6.
Yeah, it's middle of the road. It's a 3 times 2.
Well, yeah, because I have 2 of them and give them each a 3 rating,
Right.
which is 6.
Duh.
Always goes into Christopher Walken when she's explaining this too.
Well,
3.
it's a 2 beers and 3 rating. No, it had a clean finish. It did linger a little bit. Like, I can still taste it in my mouth, and I finished my beer.
Like a cranberry.
Like a mother-in-law.
Why do you have to let it linger?
I just had to let it linger.
Zombie.
That's a different song. We were doing linger.
Oh.
Let it linger.
Oh. That's the better song by them.
Yeah, so 3.
Yes, but Linger was their first hit.
Yeah. 3.
3.
Beer Master.
I like it. It's got a good taste to it. The New England style, I think, is a great take on the IPA. I say it every time we do it because it does ease off that bitterness in there.
What makes it a hazy IPA?
It's the style of
Shut
hops.
up.
I'm not doing
Shut
it again.
up. Shut
You
up.
ridiculed me the last time.
Shut up.
But this is a good one. It's got good flavor to it. It's got an 8.2% ABV.
Oh, that explains it.
So the can's amazing. Like Like Chris said, it's a total 6 on the label.
Yeah, definitely.
But overall, I don't think I could drink 6 of them just because of the ABV, stuff like that. So I have to give it a 4, just like Chris. It's a great beer. And the only reason it's not getting a 6 is because I know I really should not drink 6 of them.
Wait, I thought when it was explained to me, it wasn't about how many you should drink. It's about how many you could drink.
I'm trying to be responsible, Laura. It's a first.
Yeah, why?
It's newfound responsibility.
I don't like it.
So, all right, fine. I'll up it to a 5.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll give it a 5 out of peer pressure because I probably really could drink 5 of them. But yeah, really good. I like it. It's great. Can's awesome.
One of the few times the can and the beer are matching in rating.
This ain't no clown shoes, people.
It seems the fancier the label, the worse the beer. And I'm wondering if that is on purpose.
You know what? That really could be a great marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Make the label look amazing so people go, oh, wow, look at this. I like this style of beer, wine, whatever it is. Let me try it. This label's amazing. And then you just go, oh, the best part about this was the label. But this delivers on both.
Yeah.
My question, though, to your statement on how the better the label, the worse the beer, why would a company put out something they didn't think was good?
Because it takes forever to brew it. And what are you going to do with all this beer? Got to sell it.
This batch didn't come out the way we had hoped. All right. Give it a really good label to make up for the fact that the beer turned out horribly.
I'm thinking that's true.
If not, put it in a PBR can and nobody will know the difference.
Because if
How long
you're,
does beer take to whatever?
A month or two?
I think it's like 3 months. I thought
2, 3. I want to say like depends on the style too.
Yeah.
So sometimes it takes longer than others, but it's probably I'd say 2-3 months.
And it's
So
not
not
like
as long
you're
as wine or hard liquor.
No.
no, not as long. But you're brewing like huge, gigantic batches of this stuff. You're not like just making a quart of tea for home.
I make a gallon of sweet tea, not a quart.
Well,
I
whatever.
don't know who you
But
think
what
I
I'm
am.
saying is you're brewing a lot at a time. I mean, think about how many breweries that Budweiser has across the country in itself. So just even a smaller brewery still has to brew
1 to 2 months.
a lot.
That's what I thought. It was like only a couple months. That took.
Yeah, on average about 4 weeks is usually the least time you have to wait. But yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought it was like 3 months the most, but like 1 to 2 months. But it really does depend on the style and what you're trying to do
Right.
with the beer. Because I have some from Goose Island that they brewed in bourbon barrels that I don't have to have right now, and it's constantly aging, so it changes like, the flavor. It tells you when you should drink it by.
right.
So like there is like a total expiration date on there for where you won't get that full flavor.
Right.
But they give you like a year almost to do that. And I have 2 bottles that I'm just letting sit and age a little more.
Right. You also have to store it properly too.
Yep.
Besides the drink on date, I don't think people realize that.
Yeah, like if you get beer cold, you can't keep it out of the fridge.
Right.
Because it's going to skunk it. So if you get beer cold, you got to put it right back in the fridge. So some people don't do that, and then you just go, oh, man, this is not good.
All right, Sabrina, what's the details?
You can find us on Facebook under our official Facebook Podcast 42 page. You can give us a phone call. You can call us. Give us any show suggestions, anything like that. Our phone number is just kidding. It is 727-238-5887. You can also email us at podcast42show@gmail.com. We would love some show suggestions.
Beer suggestions.
Beer suggestions. Any suggestions that you may have, we would love to hear from you. Our website is podcast42show.wordpress.com. You can find our beer guides on there, our listings, what we like, what we don't like, and all of our episode guides as well. And obviously, you can find us anywhere you find a podcast. If you're listening to us now, congratulations, you found us. We're a part of Podfix Network, and our artwork is by Cute Panda. You can find Cute Panda for commissions on Facebook, and the music by Cremo. Find more music on cremo.net or on Facebook under Cremo.
I'll call you maybe.
Carly Jepsen.
Hey,
No, he won't.
I just
he
met
never
you.
calls.
This is crazy. So here's my number. Call me maybe.
All right, maybe I'll call you.
It's Friday.
Well, I am Christopher DeVos.
I'm Sabrina Pierre.
Jail Tros.
I'm Laura. Bye.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Catch you on the flippity flop. Gong.
Arnold cheated on me.
Bye, bruh.
Not all conversations or events are 100% accurate. As if you didn't figure that out already. Some things are changed or added, or even deleted for the sake of attempted comedy. All sources are never verified, and all information is subject to being slightly sketchy. In other words, we are just having some fun. Thank you for listening.
This has been a transmission of the Podfix Network. For more about this show and other great Podfix programs, go to podfixnetwork.com.
It's using the trees, watching and waiting, killing us off one by one. The chopper is close, but this thing is too fast. We won't make it, it's pointless to run. Talk, no more games.
I don't know what it was. The jungle came alive.
Go on.
It happened very fast. Not easy to describe, but you must have wounded it, unless my eyes deceive. When the big man was killed, its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. She discovered the key. There is proof we can wound it. So repeat after me. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah, now take a stand.
Here now, take a stand.
We can bring down this bastard.
We can bring down this bastard.
If we stick to the plan. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Something's out there.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Waiting for us. 2 or 3 men out there at the most. Am I the only one who's awake? I don't believe in goblins and ghosts. Fucking listen, give me a break.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
An expendable
I say, yeah, now take a stand.
I won't look, why don't you?
So instead of complaining,
bullshit's not gonna
you should
work.
give us a hand.
I got nothing better to do.
I saw it. I saw it. God damn it, those eyes, they disappeared. It cut down my friend and it ran while I emptied that gun.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I saw it, goddammit.
Stop shaving, you don't have a beard.
That thing will come back, and when it does, I'm gonna have me some fun.
If it bleeds,
I'm gonna have me some fun.
If it bleeds,
if it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
We can pull out the wind.
We can pull out a wind.
Set a trap for the monster.
Set a trap for the monster.
While we still have our skin.
While we still have our skin.
If it bleeds, we can kill
2 or
it.
3 men out there.
I believe it can
I'm
fall.
the only one who's awake.
When you're feeling downhearted, just remember the call. If it bleeds, we can kill it. If it bleeds, I can kill it. Now it's all up to me. Mud all over my body, so the bastard can't see. It's a solo campaign now. Get revenge for my men. Hawkins, Mac, and Ramirez. Billy, Dylan, and Blair.